And today I'm going to be showing you how to clean the air filter on your Nitro buggy. It's important that this is done, especially after every run, just to make sure that obviously your air filter is not clogged and it's running efficiently and at optimal performance. So on the carburetor here we've got the air filter. Literally this one you just pull off and we can get rid of the buggy because we don't need it. So this is my air filter here. You can see that we've just got a hose here and it feeds into a bit of sponge. So obviously as air's sucked in, it goes through the sponge, it's filtered, keeps out stones, dust and bits like that before going into the carburetor. Never run your Nitro engine without an air filter, and obviously you might as well clean the air filter, make sure it's nice and clean. There's no point in running one that's clogged because it will restrict airflow, and you run the risk of things escaping and going into the carb and causing no end of issues to your engine. So what I do is, this one's got a screw in the top, so we just disassemble it by undoing the screw. Like so. And here you can see I can just pull out the sponge element. So it's a hollow sponge, and you'll be able to see that there are bits of grass in there. A lot of stuff is deep embedded in the sponge. And then we've got the grid here. So what I tend to do is, I like these degreasing wipes. You've just got to learn to live with it. They're 99p from B&M and they work a dream. Literally all I do is I just go along with a wipe, clean out the inside, just make sure that there's no nasty bits of soil, dirt, rubbish stuck in there. As you can see, that's oily, but that's to be expected around the carburetor. And then we just clean the top like so, just get rid of all the residue. Okay, now we've cleaned the housing, the next thing to look at is the sponge. There's many ways you can clean them. You can clean it with nitro fuel. It's a waste of fuel. I'd rather burn it, you know, chasing dogs around the park. Or you can just use warm soapy water. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer over into the bathroom. I will show you how to clean the sponge, and then obviously apply some air filter oil. Don't run your air filter without any oil. It won't trap as much and you run the risk of small particles getting into the engine. The smallest particles in the engine are no fun. It's basically like sandpaper. You'll just start grinding away at the piston. Obviously you've got the piston and the sleeve. Once they start grinding, you can start getting grooves in there. You can wave goodbye to your engine. So I want to show you how to clean this, how to put new oil in there, if I can get my words out, and keep your buggy happy. So let's transfer into the bathroom and let's get the process done. Okay, so now we're in the bathroom. What we're going to need for this exercise is we're just going to need some warm water, your air filter sponge, and some soap. I've decided to go for Right Guard Cool, just because I can, the air conditioning effect. And you're also going to need a towel to dry the excess water out of your air filter. Obviously you're in a bathroom, the easiest thing to grab would be your toilet roll. Don't use that because it breaks apart when it's wet and you just clog your sponge. So make sure you do. Get some warm water, fill up your sink. Save the polar bears, you don't need that much. And then all I do is drop the sponge in, play around with it a bit, drop a soap, oh god, don't drown it in the stuff, and literally just work it in with your fingers. Turn it inside out, get that soap all in there. What that does is it just helps remove the oil. And once you've done that, rinse it off, mush it out, drain your water, and then there's still soap left on there. So all I do, warm water out, rinse out, wring it out. Hard to do one-handed. Grab a towel and you just mush it in. Get as much water out of it as you can. Okay, so once that's all mushed out, tidy up your mess, keep your mother happy. We're going to go back into my room and we'll put some more oil on this. Okay, we're back. We've got our clean sponge. Now all we've got to do is add some oil. So for this step, you'll need a plastic bag, any old plastic bag. This one, I think a servo came in, always handy to keep. And your air filter oil. This is from HP Racing. Any air filter oil will do. That's all you do. So get your little plastic bag, open it up, get your air filter oil, and this one says between 5 to 10 drops. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. That'll do. Throw it in the bag and just mush it up. You want to get the oil over everything, over all the sponge. Leave no stone unturned, or something like that. Keep mushing it, and then let it fall out. That's done for now. And just have a look at the sponge to make sure you've got no red bits, no blobs of oil left over. It's all fairly spread out. And you should be able to feel it as well. Your fingertips go a little bit oily. Then all that's left to do, slot that back on, slot the cap back on, and screw it back together. Oh, come on. If only we could find the right hole. There we go. We just screw it back in. Tidy up your mess. And there we go. That's one clean air filter. It's as simple as that. Just make sure you do it after every run and your buggy will run sweet. Thanks for watching.